So there's the famous quote by George Santayana. Um, you've heard it a lot of different ways, but it's those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. It seems to me that we are in a time here in the American Empire that we are just continually repeating the past, or at least not learning from the mistakes of the past. The XL pipeline started up. We're continually letting corporations get richer and richer. We're taking away rights from people. This has all been done before. Not just by us, but because we have done it before. By the empires of the past. And make no mistake, we are an empire. We're an empirical force. We have tens of thousands of military personnel scattered about the globe. We have military bases, excuse me, all over the place. I have deeply entrenched corporate interests all over the world. We are the biggest empire that has ever been, even though supposedly other empires covered, quote unquote, covered bigger parts of the globe. Make no mistake, we're everywhere. We, the American machine. And we keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Capitalism has been the driving force for the past 35 years. The absolute driving force. Capitalism. The belief that a smaller government and an unrestrained corporate environment will allow the world to flourish, or our economy to flourish. It doesn't work. It's failed. Failed miserably. You see these unemployment figures under 8% or under 7%. No. The real unemployment figure in this country is well over 20%. And here's the conundrum. Here's the problem. Corporations are paying less taxes. They're finding more and more ways to get out of paying taxes. When a corporation pays taxes, they're paying for services. When we pay taxes, when everybody pays taxes, you're paying for the services of your government. Corporations don't want to pay these taxes, so they find loopholes around it. They find ways around it. And we've done this before in this country. We've given corporations and such so much power that basically we were a corporatized nation, and it nearly killed us, and it drove us into the Great Depression. It's going to happen again if we don't do something about it. Now, there are people out there who are actually trying to do something about it, who are trying to make it the focus. I love Elizabeth Warren, by the way. She's fantastic. I can't imagine she's going to have much of a political career because they're going to find a way to destroy her. I hope they don't. I really hope they don't. But I think they will. I think we need 10 Elizabeth Warrens. 20. I think Elizabeth Warren needs to run the country. But that's just, I'm just gushing over somebody I think that has got a fantastic brain. God, her brain is great. Anyway, I'm digressing fully. I don't think we're learning the lessons. I think we're going back through the motions again because the people in power and the people who have money are counting on us to forget. We need a let them eat cake moment here in this country. The problem is that we're sated, we're made satisfied with cable TV and cheap food and a relative sense of everything's fine. It's not fine. It's rotten to the core. Capitalism, it's an ism. The first word is capital. The striving for capital, the worship of capital, the unfettered access to capital without paying your fair share. That's capitalism. And it's making the rich get rich and the poor get poor. And it's keeping the imbalance growing. I don't know if it's going to happen in my lifetime. I really want to see some kind of... It'd be nice if it was a peaceful revolution. It'd be nice if somehow or another reality set in and the people who keep making money off of poisoning the environment woke up and said, this is dumb. The people who keep getting rich and richer and richer off of the poor would realize that they're cutting their own throats, or somebody's going to do it for them. I wish that we could hold up to Santayana's statement, that we could look at it and go, that's right, that's correct. We're forgetting history, we're ignoring history, and we're going to be doomed to repeat it. Part of me just longs for a day when stockbrokers jump out of windows again. I don't want the future to be bleak and fucked up. I don't want kids or youth to have a shit future. But they're going to have one. You know, they're smothered in debt before they get out into the world. And they're all screwed up by the value system that we have now. We don't value people. Don't value people. Value things. Value money. We elevate the rich and famous, who are usually dolts. There are some smart ones out there, but mostly dolts. We elevate these people. We put some kind of faith in them. We treat them as though they're the demigods that we need to follow and worship. And the problem is we've done it before. And we continue to do it because it keeps us from focusing on the real truths. The only thing that matters in the end is how you live your life in relation to other people. That's the only thing that matters in the end. Nothing else matters. Everything else is to occupy our time. And I really wish that things could kind of flip around. Ooh, I wasn't going to be so morose and just negative. I wasn't, because I had a decent day. But I'm tired, and I watch too much news, and read too much news, and all that just generally will fuck you up in the head. Bought a new hat today. That makes me happy. Had dinner with someone that I've known for 35 years. That makes me happy. And I had a generally productive day. It makes me happy. So on that note, be happy. Let's not be all negative. Be happy.